back, my lovely darlings, to my channel. Recently I made a video about higher boots, and I think like another staple when it comes to autumnal wardrobe is a scarf. Like, you can't really get away without wearing a scarf when it comes to autumn. I think this is like such a lovely thing to do, and even if it's maybe not super cold, not like freezing outside, scarf can really like give you this kind of autumnal chic, you know. And I think it's going to be really nice to show you some kind of outfits with scarf, and maybe that's going to inspire you to wear a scarf during this autumn even more. Obviously, it all depends where you live, what kind of scarf you would buy, what kind of material. You can obviously wear a beautiful like a wool scarf. For the autumn, I think you don't want to go too thick, so you could go for like a nice thin one, thin wool, or you can wear a cashmere. I think cashmere is really great when it comes to autumn. I personally find out last year that when I was wearing cashmere, autumn was really good, but when I was trying to wear cashmere scarf and hat and gloves during the winter in Scotland, and it was quite a lot of snow last year, then the cashmere was just not enough for me. I felt like it was just a little bit more, it's very thin. The one I have is quite thin, so it's just I felt like it wasn't warm enough for the winter, but it's great for the autumn. So I would say if you have like a thinner cashmere scarf, then it's absolutely great for this period of the year. For me, autumnal scarf should be thicker than a silk. So silk scarves are great as an accessory when it's spring, when it's even summer, you know. You can really add them even to your bag if you want to use them during the summer, if you feel like it might be too hot. But spring is really great for like putting silk scarf over your neck. However, when it comes to autumn, and I feel like you need something a little bit more substantial than that, so having something a little bit more thicker would be better. For that reason, I think I will go through some kind of materials, because obviously there is quite few of them. One of them, like I said on the beginning, the most popular is going to be wool, and that's like a classic type of a scarf. Not talking about this kind of very like a thick wool scarf, because those are going to be better for the winter. Wool is very warm and durable, so those kind of scarves are going to last you for quite a while, so you're going to have in your wardrobe for quite a long time. So for that reason, I would say go for more like a plain type of look rather than for some kind of crazy design, because next season maybe you're not going to be into the same design. And if you're going to go for something that is very plain, like beige or black scarf or gray scarf, those you're going to really have a use for many seasons. When it comes to there's one I think negative when it comes to wool, that it can be sometimes itchy, and that's just, you know, something to keep in mind. I read somewhere that you can actually add when you're washing a wool scarf in this kind of very like a gentle setting, you can add a little bit distilled vinegar, and that's going to help with itching, you know. I'm not sure if that's true, I just like read that somewhere, but well, if I would have a problem, I'm going to try that and let you know. But that's as I'm saying, that can be one issue, that the wool can be a little bit itchy. Cashmere scarves, I would say they would be really great from the cashmere goats. They are very soft type of scarves. Really pleasure to wear something like this, especially when it comes as well to jumpers. All the cashmere products are absolutely fantastic. And the only problem with cashmere scarves, if it can be a little bit like common sense, you know. One goat can only produce enough wool for one scarf per year. So that just gives you a little bit more like a perspective, that if you actually want to buy one scarf, that's actually one goat need to really, all this wool from the goat, it's only suitable to produce one scarf. So that's why as well it's very expensive. Much more expensive than cashmere products, are much more expensive than wool products, because it's harder to produce basically this kind of wool. There's another minus, you know. The minus is that the price can be much more higher than if you would go for something that it's maybe synthetic, or even like if you go for a wool type of scarf. Something called merino wool, that it's actually perfect balance between like softness and warmth. And those are actually coming from New Zealand sheep. Though this kind of type of wool actually is keep them warm at the temperature of -10. So it just shows you that even if you don't live, if you live in somewhere maybe in Scandinavia, then obviously this is going to be really great as well type of wool, because -10, you know, that's like normal for you. And the wool is keeping the ship warm, so obviously it's going to keep you warm as well. You can obviously find the scarves that are more like a thinner, or you can find something that is very like chunky. And I think those chunky scarves, you need to be quite careful with them, because they're going to give you a little bit more like a casual type of look, you know. The same comes for men, the same comes for women. When it's like just like too big, too much, then it's just a little bit more casual rather than elegant. I would say it's better to go thinner for the like autumnal scarves rather than very, very chunky. Chunky scarves may be better for the winter, but again, you don't really want to have something that it's just like super massive here looking, and it just doesn't give you really, really good proportion as well. Another thing I wanted to mention is that some of the scarves not going to be really great for like, you need to remember that the scarf is something that you wear them very close to your skin. So then you need to think, are you more like a warmer type of person or more like a cooler type of person? What is the, like your skin, cooler or warm? For some ladies it might work that both of the shades are going to work, like cool and warm, but for some ladies, if you really like very, very warm type of person, then cool tones not going to really help you much. So I was going to just quickly mention that cool tones, like for scarves, are going to be lighter, like gray, lighter gray, blue tones, purple tones. Those are going to be cool. Also wear, like ladies can also wear like a white, those kind of really, like when you think about those colors, they are like cool colors in the nature as well. When it comes to ladies that are warm, you would go for honey color, for a yellow color, for red. Those are warm, orangey colors. Those are really, really warm. So those are going to be really nice for your type of complexion as well. Olive, even like turquoise, if you find this kind of nice, deeper, warmer type of color of scarf that it's turquoise and you really like it, then you can go for that as well if you are warm tone. And deep greens, let's not forget about deep greens, because those can be like an earthy color. They are really, really beautiful and warmer. If you want to invest somewhere and maybe spend a little bit more on the scarf, then the really great company is obviously a Burberry. They have a very, very classic scarves that never going to go out of the fashion, and I wouldn't really worry if you're cool or cool or warm tone in the situation, because you know, this is just like we're talking about beigey type of which is a little bit more warmer, but I still feel like it would work for a cool tone lady as well. And it's very, very classic type of scarf, and obviously people love them, you know. They are a little bit pricey, they cost around £300. But again, you need to remember, when you buy a scarf like this, it's going to be with you like forever. It's going to be with your wardrobe forever. There's not much you do with scarf to destroy them, you know. Even this scarf, I bought it I think 5 years ago, and obviously you don't wear them every day. You wear them once in this one, you have one season that you really wear them, or two if you really have a like autumn and winter, like proper autumn and winter. Even sometimes during the winter you're not going to wear the scarf, but and you're not going to wear them every single day during the autumn and winter. But I feel like this is the, if you really want to start somewhere with more like expensive and more designer stuff, then Burberry scarves are absolutely fabulous. Okay ladies, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up, because it's really supporting my channel, and see you in the next video.